The North Atlantic was a tempestuous beast on December 15, 1900. The steamship Hesperus cut through the choppy waters, its crew braving the cold and wind to reach the Flannan Isles. The mission was simple: deliver supplies and rotate the lighthouse keeper's station on Eilean Moor, the largest of the 7 rocky islands. As the ship approached, Captain Jim Harvey noticed something unusual. The lighthouse, which should have been a beacon of safety, was dark. No light shone from its tower, and no keepers came to greet the ship. A sense of unease settled over the crew. When they landed, the island was eerily silent. The door to the lighthouse was unlocked, and inside, the living quarters were in disarray. The clock had stopped, the kitchen table was overturned, and one of the keeper's oilskins was missing. The 3 men, Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur, were nowhere to be found. The Flannan Isles, also known as the 7 Hunters, are a remote and desolate group of islands located about 20 miles west of the Isle of Lewis in Scotland. The islands are uninhabited, battered by relentless winds and waves. In 1899, a lighthouse was built on Eilean Moor to guide ships through the treacherous waters. The lighthouse was manned by 3 keepers at a time, who worked in shifts to ensure the light never went out. It was a lonely and demanding job, with the men spending months at a time isolated from the world. The keepers were responsible for maintaining the light, keeping detailed logs, and ensuring the safety of passing ships. The last known communication from the lighthouse was on December 12, 1900. The logbook entries from that day were routine, noting the weather and maintenance tasks. But on December 13th, the entries became erratic. Thomas Marshall, the second assistant keeper, wrote, "Storm has been raging for days. Wind and rain relentless. Duckett irritable. MacArthur quiet." The final entry, on December 14th, was even more cryptic. "Storm over. Sea calm. God is over all." When the Hesperus arrived on December 15th, the crew found the lighthouse in disarray. The clock had stopped, the kitchen table was overturned, and one of the keeper's oilskins was missing. The men's personal belongings were untouched, and there was no sign of a struggle. The disappearance of the keepers sparked a massive search operation. Ships scoured the surrounding waters, and the island was thoroughly searched, but no trace of the men was ever found. Several theories emerged to explain the mystery. 1. A freak wave. Some believe a massive wave swept the men off the island while they were working outside. 2. Foul play. Others suspect a fight broke out among the keepers, leading to their deaths. 3. Supernatural forces. Local legends speak of the islands being haunted, with some claiming the men were taken by spirits. 4. Alien abduction. A more modern theory suggests the keepers were abducted by extraterrestrials. The disappearance of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a poem by Wilfred Wilson Gibson. The mystery remains unsolved, and the lighthouse still stands as a haunting reminder of the event. In 1971, the lighthouse was automated, and no keepers have been stationed there since. But the story of the 3 men who vanished without a trace continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world. The logbook entries from December 13th and 14th hinted at a storm so violent it left the keepers shaken. Thomas Marshall's notes described winds that howled like banshees and waves that crashed against the cliffs with terrifying force. But what struck investigators as odd was the final entry: "Storm over. Sea calm. God is over all." If the storm had passed, why did the keepers vanish? Was it a sudden resurgence of the tempest, or something more sinister? Some believe the men were lured outside by a false sense of calm, only to be swept away by a rogue wave. Others think the storm was a cover for something far more mysterious. Local legends speak of the Flannan Isles as a place of supernatural activity. Fishermen avoided the islands, claiming they were haunted by the spirits of sailors lost at sea. Some even reported seeing ghostly figures wandering the cliffs or hearing eerie whispers carried on the wind. Could the keepers have fallen victim to these restless spirits? Witnesses who visited the island after the disappearance reported an oppressive atmosphere, as if the very air was charged with unease. Some claimed to hear faint voices calling out from the cliffs, while others felt an unseen presence watching them. One of the most puzzling clues was the missing oilskin coat. Only one of the keepers' coats was gone, suggesting that one man had ventured outside while the others remained inside. But why? Some speculate that one keeper went out to secure equipment during the storm and was swept away, prompting the others to follow in a desperate rescue attempt. Others believe the missing coat points to foul play, perhaps a fight that ended tragically. In the 20th century, a new theory emerged. The keepers were abducted by extraterrestrials. Proponents of this idea point to the strange lights reported in the sky around the time of the disappearance. Could a UFO have landed on Eilean Moor, taking the men for reasons unknown? While this theory is dismissed by most, it adds an intriguing layer to the mystery. The idea of otherworldly intervention captures the imagination, leaving us to wonder if the truth lies beyond our understanding. Over a century later, the disappearance of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries. The lighthouse still stands, a silent sentinel over the rugged cliffs, but the questions linger. What really happened to Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur? Theories abound, but the truth may never be known. The Flannan Isles continue to guard their secrets, leaving us to ponder the fate of the three men who vanished without a trace. The disappearance of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers is a mystery that may never be solved. Was it a tragic accident, a supernatural event, or something else entirely? What do you think happened to Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur? If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. And let us know in the comments, what's your theory about the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers?